Guys, why don't we order something? I'm getting a bit hungry. What are y'all feeling?
I mean, I'm already pretty full, so I'm fine with what we have already. I mean, that's just the usual with you, not hungry for food and not hungry to excel athletically.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah,
I've been
just
in
give
the
me
lab
3
every
of
day,
everything
bruh.
on your menu.
Brother,
Yo,
are you
what's up
paying?
with
What are you doing?
It's all right, y'all boys. This fat lard will eat it all by himself. I know you lost, dog, but like, come on, eat something. I mean, just because Kagami put you in prison today doesn't mean you can't be released tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday's enemies are today's friends. Just chill out, man. He ain't locked up shit. Them boys cheated for real. And he just happened to be a Leo on the one day where that was my unlucky sign. I put it on both Mercury and Venus that would never happen again. And if anything, I really can't believe that you have no problem sitting with these freaks. I can tell that you're not a man of the stars because I'm feeling a black hole within my chest just by being in the vicinity of them. Well, the thing is, I'll just get my revenge at the inner high, of course. I mean, we just started this high school shit. We have time to grow. It's not like they're a dynasty. They're not no warriors. They're not no 96 Bulls. We're all on an even playing field, low-key. These balls are tasty, man, but I couldn't imagine how good mine are gonna taste when they're all up in your mouth the next time we meet up. I dare you to get under that rim with me again.
Didn't I yam it on you in business cash?
Or am I just making up stories? Man, you know I ain't stretched yet. Stop playing, bro. Just got a new little intro sound, like, you know. So leading up to our Aomine meetup, there was a training arc. They found a dog that looked eerily similar to Kuroko in the eyes, so they started calling him number 2. Kuroko's girl was pulling up during practice to come see her man and make fun of Coach Mamovich's anatomy compared to hers. And then this is where she crossed the line, because we know that Coach is Hugo's girl. They're like this. You can't see it right now, but I'm doing this with my fingers, because it's like usually if something happens like this, I feel like both men have to fight on behalf of their women, because that's just the principle of it all. So Hugo either has to sneak Kuroko right here to deal with Aomine when he gets the opportunity, but we don't know because Kuroko's girl, she's a bit scandalous, and we don't really even know who she's committed to like that, because Aomine can claim he's just a friend, but they always start off that way. We know this. That's literally rule number 1 of the rule book. But nonetheless, if I'm him, someone's gonna feel my wrath one way or another. But besides that, Strawberry Shortcake is a wild card in general, because she was analyzing everyone's strengths and weaknesses on the team as if she was a scout or something, but instead she was just a weasel trying to get on our good sides and have us let our guard down. Not happening. But no, on to more important matters. We fast forward a little bit and Kagami still has 2 grade 1 hamstring strains and he's getting shots up at the court. And out of nowhere, the melanated maestro himself, Aomine, pulls up and starts talking absolutely bonkers to this nigga. Talking about some, I didn't ask you to play me, I'm telling you. And you will check this ball up. And he didn't say this once, he said this shit like 3 times. What? I was about to say, let me get the gloves from the car, but fuck it, let's go bare knuckle. You're not talking to me like that. Just remember, you can't play basketball anymore if I knock your ass unconscious and then harvest both your kneecaps. And the thing is, people think it's not that serious, but when it comes to ball, it really is. There's another level when it comes to this. It's like, if you disrespect me on the court, depending on the level of it, you're disrespecting family. You're disrespecting past relationships, you're disrespecting my trauma. So it's like, when it comes to basketball, there's a very thin line and you have to know how to navigate it properly. And the way Aomine is doing this shit is absolutely outlandish, and it's gonna get him in a heap of trouble. It doesn't matter how skilled he is. Let him come across the wrong YN at a park like this. He's gonna be confused as hell when they call a pick and pop, and he pops and there's no ball going to him, but instead he sees someone grabbing in their waistband. Because it's like, let me hoop. We could have our match tomorrow or whenever it's coming up. I'm not giving you an insight into my game. You could suit up tomorrow and you could find out yourself. Because Kagami did himself a disservice, because not only is he injuring himself more, but then he's just making his ass look stupid. And it's like, we've seen some ridiculous play. We've seen Sanji in the way he was business casual in Kagami. We saw what Olive Yagami was doing, pulling it from the next country over. So that was 2 of the 6 generation of miracles that we were introduced to. And this is where I was starting to get scared, because I realized, as I said, I think I said this at the end of the last video, the reason why the miracles is at the end of the generation of is because of this Aomine nigga. He is the miracle, because he embarrasses Kagami and he goes back to his practice that he was skipping, waltzing around like he owns the place. And he's talking to everyone. He's like,
we're talking about practice, man.
Because they were all upset about his punctuality and his absentee antics. And his one teammate finally had enough, so he decides to go up to him and start screaming in his face, putting his hands on him. And it's like, now granted, I'm already under the impression that Aomine is some sort of demonic basketball deviant, but I mean, his teammate did put his hands on him first. So then he channels his inner Draymond and gives him a left knee right to his sternum. And now he's questionable for next game. He says, Rio, how many points did I score last game? I'm thinking a calm 40 to 50 ball. Nigga says 82. So I'm like, okay, Mamba, Mamba mentality. But this is the problem. Kobe enjoyed basketball. What they said is that Aomine got so good at the sport that niggas couldn't even keep up with him and he got bored.
And that he doesn't even like the shit anymore.
And it's like, there are only so many ways to score a basketball and to play basketball. But in a couple minutes, this man showed me that there was a lot more to the game that I wasn't even aware of. And by the way, when this video drops, I think my birthday is in like 2 to 3 days probably. I'm probably dropping this like 13, 14. Birthday's 16. So if y'all want to give me a little birthday present, sub to the second channel and sub to the Twitch, that's really all I'm asking. And this channel, of course, that's all I'm asking for my big 2-5. But no, as I was saying, he doesn't even enjoy the sport anymore, and we see that he really only used to enjoy it when he was playing with Kuroko because he was his original Kagami. And he's on some Sasuke shit now, and he's went rogue. And we could see the evil within him when he dunks the ball on the practice rim just to break it so they don't have practice anymore. Saying that y'all could talk after you perform better than me. Not that that'll ever happen. I don't doubt it. And we go back to our boys. Kagami comes back to the gym. Coach is activating her Byakugan. Still don't know how she's seeing these stats, but that's how you know she's damn good at her job, as I said. And she reprimands Kagami, saying that he's out for the foreseeable future until the game, and has that nigga doing Rock Lee training walking on his hands. Kmart, you know you're a dumbass, right? Fuck you talking about, bruh? But I don't think you do something so reckless for no reason. Did something happen? Why'd you come back and your legs were more injured? I mean, they pulled up on me, and I played him. He said he used to be your light. I'm gonna be honest, I got a bit jealous because I thought that was our thing. I thought that was an original thing that we came up with, and kind of hit me deep. It sounded to me like y'all just weren't ordinary teammates, like you had that special Shaq and Cope thing going on, which again, I thought that was us. And he was basically saying fighting words to me, and he was talking crazy, so I just had to. Like, I was not leaving that park without checking the ball up with him. But I mean, what happened between y'all in middle school, and why isn't he your light anymore? And that's where we learned that backstory I was talking about. We see this man playing back in the day, just the old generation of miracles, and he looked jolly as hell doing it. And then one day everything changed, where now it was looking like game after game he kept getting ambushed by members of the Soft Nation, where his opponents, in the face of his skill and in the face of his lethal ability, would cower in fear just at the thought and sight of his skill. And Aomine, being the avatar of middle school basketball, he wanted a challenge. He had all the attributes to be one of the greatest players of all time, but what he wanted was a worthy opponent, and he couldn't get that, which caused his whole outlook on the sport to change. Shit became a 9-to-5 that he dreaded each and every day, to where he told Kuroko on the court, I'm gonna go do my own thing, and left him hanging. And I know Kuroko still has nightmares about that to this day. But at the same time, with Kuroko telling Kagami this lore, in contrast, Kagami was now having dreams, and he was turned up about this, and he was just salivating at the thought of flattening this nigga on the court, where they then share a similar fist bump to what Aomine and Kuroko used to be doing, and now it's game time. But Aomine didn't end up showing up, which turns Kagami and Kuroko up understandably at it, and they now intend to score as many points as they can before he comes, to where they actually have a chance at winning this thing, which is like, to me, I feel like that's a bit unfair, but if you're not going to show up, then we're going to put your team in the dirt, guy. I mean, that's just how it is. But the thing is, his team wasn't dirt, though, and they were underestimating them because they get that jump ball going, and Hyuga's evil cousin is on go mode instantly. Hits a mean pass backwards to their one teammate who always says sorry for some reason. Don't know what's up with him. He says sorry and butters that thing. So again, Aomine is not even on the court yet. If I'm seeing a nigga apologizing to absolutely no one while he's stroking, I'm concerned for the outcome, because it's clear we're dealing with the mental wards varsity team.
I mean, look at the way evil Hyuga's jolly ass is prancing back on defense.
It's stuff like this that gets me aggravated as a player. I don't care if you drop 50 on my head, but if I see you mid-game doing a new traversal emote just because you have that confidence, and it's not even mid-game, we're 13 seconds into it. These are the types of things that would make me, for at least the rest of the first quarter, be calling an ISO ball on you every single play, even if that shit puts us in a 20-point deficit. Because one of my coaches taught me, even if you're off, to just keep attempting to put that shit in those niggas' throats. End quote. That's bar for bar what he said. So if I'm Hyuga in this situation, that's exactly what I'm doing, and I'm gonna keep shooting until I hit my mark.
But I will say though, prancing aside, EH does have a little bag to him.
Because he's quite the opposite of Hyuga, where Hyuga's a shooter, and it seems like evil Hyuga drives to the basket. He's more of a slasher. He pulls up on Izuki, I think his name was, and gives that shit some, I'm not gonna say English because we're in Japan.
So he gives that shit some Japanese off the glass. Mamote kudasai, little nigga. Yeah, I know my Japanese. Stop playing, man.
But Seirin had to retaliate and show that they play team ball and they're not doing this ISO shit, so they start passing the rock around. They give it to our boy Hyuga, who catches it with his back to the basket. Michael Jeffrey Jordan J. Coke butter cheese. And he just started talking his shit, man. This is why Hyuga might be the best character. He said to the kid who kept singing that Justin Timberlake and Timbaland song, I don't plan on losing this game. Tell your captain that. Apologetic mushroom. What? He's ferocious. And that shit was unprovoked too. This nigga's just been apologizing the whole time. He hasn't been talking any shit. And it was at this moment where we found out that the mastermind behind all of this for Team Aomine, even though Aomine is the brawn, she's the brains. She's been getting scouting reports on all these niggas, getting the most minuscule details on their game and relaying that information to their teams. So this was like some Eisen level type of planning, because she knew that Kagami is not an efficient shooter and that he would just hoist that thing up, throw it off the backboard and self-alley to himself. So she had those boys prepared for that. She was calculated. And I mean, this one was kind of a freebie because our boy Mitobe has the best hook shot in the country, so everyone knows about this one. But she had her team on lockdown for that one too, because that hook shot alone could win him the game. And then Mamovich thought she had the upper hand on her. Huga's been training his handle and not only being a spot-up shooter so he could hit a little pump fake jab, tween, I'm gone. That's what he's been working on. But she predicted that since he is an integral part of the team, he's been working on that shit already. And she prepared for that, which was ridiculous. But the one person that she couldn't prepare for was her own man. She can't read him. And he sets his back screen.
Huga gets the blow by, bounce pass, reverse cowgirl. Now the momentum shifted. Let's win this ball game.
Aomine still hasn't shown up, by the way. We see Kagami going airborne, 2 defenders on him, doesn't matter. He's got a ball for each of them. Hey! But Mamovich and her Byakugan can see that his leg is starting to give out a little bit, so she subs him out. And she has to give him that KT tape on the bench before he can sub back in.
The truth is, Kag, I don't want to send out an injured player, but I mean, we can't win without you, big dog. And we've been calling it team play, but let's be honest. This is the Kagami and Kuroko show. Because they don't have a good read on y'all. They didn't do their research because they didn't have much to go off of. And I'm just pissed at myself because I'm not strong enough yet to draw out everyone's full potential. I'm a terrible coach. So I'm sorry I have to rely on you even though you're injured.
Girl, what are you talking about? This is not like you at all. You put us on a strict diet, you scout, you give us instructions on the bench, foot massages, tape us up. I mean, you do about 7 people's jobs. So let's stop with this wimping and turn me up a little bit. Like, let's get this shit going.
Nah, you're so right, Clifford. That's on me.
Get in there, go get him! Seirin member change. Kagami, the big red dog tiger, is subbing into the game. Man, stop acting so excited when all you're gonna be doing is getting some cardio out there, boy. Trash ass nigga. Man, get the fuck off me, bruh! And the Aomine assault starts right off the bat, and I mean, I knew he was getting past Kagami this first possession. Cross, tween, cross. He didn't even have to do that last cross. That was unnecessary. He just did it to put it in his left hand. As soon as Huga tried closing out on him, I knew a damn spin cycle was coming from that left hand. And there goes the category 5 hurricane. Went up for the easy slam. Give me that shit, nigga. When Kagami got this ball, I got hopeful for 1 second. And I really thought this shit would be more of an equal game when I saw Izuki coming down the court, throwing a sensational behind the back. Look at this. And then Kuroko having the precision to kung fu this shit, coming at him from the horizontal angle that it was, and just hitting it with a nonsensical redirection. And Kagami just taking the momentum of that ball and going airborne looking Jordan-esque. I thought he was going to get a slam off, but at the same time, I had a feeling Aomine was creeping behind him. And there it goes. And in between quarters, we learned that Aomine wasn't even trying, and that he gave that nigga the block the first time just to see where he was at. And tensions are high. We're regrouping, eating melons, rebuilding our camaraderie, and this 4th quarter's getting started. And as they're walking back to the court, Kuroko started talking code, and I'm getting scared. Because if I'm Kagami and I hear my boy talking about an ex-teammate who he has yet to see bloom, when I'm hearing the word bloom, I'm thinking puberty. That's not what he's referring to, though. He's talking about being a basketball player whose skills were limited to the 3rd dimension. When he said bloom, he was saying he's like a 4-dimensional type of player now, basically. He's breaking the bounds of science and what should realistically be done on the court. This turned to an and one mixtape because he comes out of the locker room steaming. Now he's got that basketball flow. He's got that stench on him. Now he's really about to start getting active. Kagami's first mistake was getting up in his face before this quarter started, talking to him like he was on an equal playing field. That was a bad call because Aomine gets this ball top of the key. I don't know what the rules and regulations are in Japan. It seemed like we had a 2-minute and 30-second shot clock though, because that's how long he was sitting up there thinking about the move he was gonna make. Tween, if you stand like a statue, I'm going to have to snatch you. I'm out of here. There's absolutely nothing you could do about it. And he stops on a dime, very Gilgis of him, faded on 2 dudes. That's a damn bucket, but Kagami almost swatted that shit to Europe. He was like a pubic hair away from doing so, and he actually had Aomine stunned for a second. And right off that block attempt, even though that basket was as moist as you can get, Kagami was already sprinting down to the end of the court, gets the outlet, and I didn't know that this nigga took off from the free throw line. The way I'm looking at Kagami, I feel like is how we were looking at Giannis for an extended period of time. It's like if he gets a jump shot and gets in the weight room a little bit, can condition it up, get a bit more lean, but put some muscle on at the same time, he might be the best player in this league. Because he's trying to hit some dunk contest shit mid-game. He still gets his shit swatted, disrespectfully might I add. But I mean, that shit, you just have to expect that when you're dealing with a mutant like this guy, this alien ass nigga. That's all the generation of miracles are. They're like the damn X-Men. And it was at this moment, I understand why the next episode was called though, because Aomine saw the type of basketball Kagami was playing and how he did have that potential, how he almost blocked him, dunking from 70 feet out. He gets that ball in the offensive end.
And maybe it was just me, but I swear I heard a 90s boom bap type beat start playing. And when I was hearing those 808s, I knew it was about to get violent. And that this nigga wasn't about to be the professor, but he was about to be the torturer.
Tight ass handle too. Between, behind the back. Starts driving left and like throws it over his shoulder. I didn't know what he was thinking in this moment. If I'm the ref, I'm doing whatever I can to keep Seirin in this game. I'm calling a carry. I'm not letting this nigga cast these incantations on the court. It's not happening. Because he gets the ball with his right hand. Kagami's back is to him right now. He is past him. He doesn't have to do what he's about to do. Kagami could try to hit flight react spin move on him, but if he does and Aomine snatches back, consider his basketball career over. I mean, because he's shattering every bone in his legs, bro. And Kagami tries recovering, and he did a good job. But the maestro wanted to work some more magic and expose this nigga for the fraud that he really is some more. Because he comes out with the right, picks it up with the left, goes around, dare I say that's another carry, and starts working this nigga in a way I've never seen before. We may have to call the authorities. Because as I was saying with Olive, he's getting a flagrant, we're jumping his team, there is going to be blood spilled, it's getting ugly. Like, that's just disrespectful.
If I get did, no.
If I get fucked, because that's what this is. If I get fucked like this, I'll catch y'all on the pickleball courts next weekend, because that's the only sport I'm even going near. Because slowing this down, no, this one, no, I know why the next episode's called No. Seeing how he started to dissect this nigga offensively, he didn't just put Kagami in a blender. He put Kagami into every appliance in your household, because he went around with his left, put it through his legs behind him, had Hyuga here stressed out, peep his sweat. This is not from the game. This is from this one moment. Just because of this 12-piece sequence, he's hitting on Big Red right now. Had him talking in his mind about how this is an anomaly and how the scientific method couldn't even figure out what the fuck is going on. And when you have niggas start thinking like that, wave the white flag, coach. He was doing some GOY shit on him, but actually being successful with it. And then there goes those hamstrings and he's on his ass, yo. The last move he hits on him, he throws it over his head top. And as I said, if I'm the ref, I don't even know what I just saw, but I'm calling a carry. I'm calling a flagrant, and you're ejected out of this game. Left Kagami looking like he was reclining at the damn beach looking at the waves, man. And that wasn't the end of his act of terrorism. He has 3 niggas defending him as if this is a volleyball game. Like, this is a formation I'd see in Haikyuu. Starts falling behind the basket and hits a Tristan Jazz TikTok shot. The way he plays basketball wasn't even having niggas say he was skilled. His basketball was morally unjust. Mamovich is like, this is bullshit. This should be a war crime. And I mean, you gotta give it to Kagami after getting embarrassed like that, just still with a smile on his face. You gotta clap it up for that nigga. That's how you know he's gonna be a superstar though in due time. But this game was definitely over though, because from this point on, it just kept getting worse and worse. Tween crosses this nigga again. Kagami's keeping up this time. From this angle, I thought he was gonna snatch back and Kagami's hip was gonna pop out of the side of his body. But Aomine is attacking this right side full speed ahead, jumps up, and I'm thinking he's gonna hit a hooker. I'm thinking a fish is gonna be caught here, but he does quite the opposite. He launches that ball at the basket like he was pitching for the MLB. At the perfect angle, bank shot. What is he even doing?
And now at this point, he was just trying shit to try shit. He goes misdirection, then basically donates this ball to Hyuga.
I'm snatching the shit back. But he pulls up right in Kagami's grill.
Gilgishly as ever for the second time.
How are you just so consistent, like the tide, night in and night out?
My whole life is consistent. Everything I do.
And look at the angle at which he is hitting this shot and then the arc he gives this ball. This nigga's the Maharaja of basketball. He could just adapt to any situation and get the ball to where it needs to be. And Kagami's playing his heart out, but he just can't get over this hump right now. Tries dunking on him, gets the ball stolen. And if I'm Seirin, I'm already knowing this game's over. But it's after this and one that Aomine gets right here because Kagami is running at him full force. This is one of those shots, similar to Olive, where it's like, yeah, you're gonna have to pay for this. No more Mr. Nice Guy type of stuff. Because he draws the foul. Kagami's on his ass. Keep in mind, there is no opposition in front of him. Aomine could just float the ball. He could finger roll it. No. He does the most simple option. He goes behind the back of his head
and puts up a here goes nothing ass shot. But the thing is, coming from him, It's not here goes nothing. It's and one, little nigga. And that's exactly what happened.
That's why they call him the Maestro. And they had Kuroko sitting out this whole time. So at this point, Aomine is trying to see what he's about, and he's like, yo, get off the bench, let's get this shit going.
And as soon as he joins the game, there's an instant momentum switch, and I'm holding on to whatever little hope I have left.
Because he does his full court pass, Kagami gets it, Aomine's on him, he throws that shit back to who else? The man whose stroke is no joke at all. And I really thought we were going to turn up the pace when Kuroko basically name dropped the show. It seems I misunderstood the predicament we were in, because Aomine then came harder than he ever has before, and started not only dismantling Kagami and Kuroko, but dismantling the whole entire team. Behind Izuki's back, he's past him.
Then his next victim, he had Hyuga looking like a damn traffic cone, where he moved so fast past him that Hyuga didn't even see him hit his move. He just caught a whiff of his Old Spice. And then I don't know what the fuck happened to our hookshot heathen, but Aomine must have placed the curse of immobility onto him, because he just stood there and let that man waltz past him. So he's already taken out 3 of the 5 of the starting lineup.
And the last line of defense is Kagami and Kuroko in the paint. And all this nigga saw was 2 gold scars just sitting there free. And Kuroko had no business going for this ball. I appreciate the heart and hustle, and I know he wants to humble this nigga bad and it like boils his blood. But unfortunately, he just caught a free ticket on Aomine Airlines, the middle seat as well. Hey! And it was just over, man. I shouldn't even need to be talking about it anymore, because look at this. What is this? A hook shot where he's not even looking from the free throw line and then turns around like this is a normal day at the office? I mean, nigga, let me make this day not so normal for you, and let me take one of your family members who's cheering you on in the crowd hostage. Let me make this day abstract, and let me give you something interesting to work with, since this shit is so normal to you. Or would you rather me just slug my fist at your fucking face? I'm done. I'm not watching this show anymore. And I really wish I had more to say, and I wish I had good news to bear. But the only thing we're bearing is witness to a wizard that we need to take to Salem and tie a weight to his ankle and throw him in the ocean and see if he comes up for the magic that he's putting on display. Because as I said, this game was over. They subbed Kagami out, and they ended this episode in a manner that I've never seen before in my life, where Seirin got their shit pummeled so badly that they just started panning the camera out, running a replay of the game, and didn't even show us the rest of the annihilation from this nigga. It was too brutal that they had to off-screen this victory. So everything was falling apart. And this nigga was so good that he not only 80-balled them, I don't even remember how much he won by, but he was so good that he changed the dynamic of this whole show. Because the whole time it's been Kuroko and Kagami, they're going to take over together. They're going to be a dynamic duo. Kagami walked out of that game into the locker room and went to the nigga that the show is named after. And he said, yo, I'm going to be real. I don't think we could do this anymore. I may head back to America, go to college, and work an office job the rest of my life. And it could be 2 of us, 4 of us, 6 of us. There is no reality where me and you as a duo works against the likes of this competition. So this relationship is over. And that shit gave Kuroko war flashbacks. I don't know why the sudden mindset switch with Kagami, but to me it feels like Kuroko just needs to get in the lab more.
And by lab, I'm referring to the studio, because a diss would be incoming for both of these niggas for abandoning me. Aomine and Kagami. Dear Kagami, how you let this little trash boy put you on your ass? How is it that you can't score without a pass? How is it that both of your knees are made out of glass? Playing iso ball because he's isolated because that boy has no friends. Only friend he's got is my girlfriend, and she's begging for it to end. She's begging and pleading. She's like, oh man, can you call my phone? She's begging and pleading. Aomine, please let her just come home.
Y'all lied about this shadow shit. Y'all lied about that light. Y'all lied that we would be these duos and that we would go fight. Y'all lied about the hoops. Y'all lied about the dreams. Y'all lied about the grind. And now I'm sitting here alone. Oh, I could scream because I just want pop you in your head.